Every week, I'm out taking pictures, whether it's new gear, a technique I want to share with you, or a trip to a destination, near or far. Usually some combination of those things. Photos and videos are higher quality than ever and also larger than ever. And a part of my responsibility as a YouTuber is to not only bring you my results, but to film myself talking about those results and taking you on the story of how we gathered them. All of this takes a lot of processing and a whole lot of storage. Hi, my name is Leigh, and I share videos about photography as an art and as a lifestyle. Subscribe to the channel and please like this video if you find it helpful. UGREEN reached out to me to try their DXP 4800 Plus network attached storage solution, and my answer was an immediate yes. Why? First, storage is key. Everything you see from me starts on my storage. First the camera, but then my repository. Second, I like to try new things so that you know my experience and you can make the best decision on whether a gear item is right for you or not. Plus, this particular unit promises to be beginner friendly, which I know a lot of you out there will appreciate. So let's talk about it. I will show you how I set it up, and I will discuss its features so that you can decide if it is the right one for you. First, network attached storage means exactly that. It connects directly to your home network. It is not dependent on a constant connection to your laptop computer, your desktop, or anything else. It sits quietly by itself as a network device. However, whether you're on your local network or not, you can access this storage as long as you have an internet connection, even from your phone or tablet. On this unit, you can have up to 112 terabytes of storage using a range of third-party HDDs and SSDs. UGREEN regularly updates compatibility as well, so you have all kinds of options for which hard drives or SSDs that you put into the unit. One cool thing about this is that it has the functionality to organize your photos for you if you'd like. It has AI smart recognition and classification, which scans your digital files to intelligently identify and then categorize albums of people, places, animals. It even lets you know when there are similar photos so that you can choose your favorites. I don't know about you, but I have a deep catalog of years of uncategorized photos. It sure would be nice if I put them all on here and had the UGREEN software organize it all for me. Everything would be so much easier to find. It's not just about storage though. I set this up with RAID 5, and while there are other options like RAID 0, 1, and 6, RAID 5 gives me plenty of storage from the drives that I'm using while allowing one drive to fail without losing any data. That's peace of mind because, of course, I don't want to lose any of my images. Also, another thing I like about this system is that it's fast and can be accessed anywhere. Normally, you have to select one or the other. This means that normally you either have fast local storage or you have access anywhere storage like Google Drive or Dropbox, which are not fast. Plus, with a cloud service, you don't really know where your data is stored, which can open some privacy concerns. This UGREEN NAS does, however, allow you to connect to Google Drive for quick file uploads and downloads, which can be helpful for data migration, backups, and anytime you're replacing your UGREEN NAS device. Setup was quick. We first installed the hard drives into the UGREEN unit, which was surprisingly easy. You just clip them right in. Then we opted to install UGREEN software, although you can provision the device by using a web client and it finds your device on your local network. You can achieve 10 gigabit or 1,250 megabytes per second speeds with this device, as long as your devices and your cabling support this. I have mine plugged directly into an Eero mesh network node, meaning that I can get to it on my local Wi-Fi and still experience very fast performance. I'm using this trip to Chicago to test the performance and access. In these files, I have large raw images, videos, and folders from several different cameras that we used. And while I do my editing on my local storage on my MacBook, you can't keep it there. You'll run out of space. That's where the UGREEN comes to play. Select your drives, the type of RAID or redundancy you'd like to have, and you will have a massive amount of local storage on your network that also becomes your cloud storage. Let me show you what I mean. Here I'm copying the files from this trip to the UGREEN NAS. Then I'm able to view the images and even the videos right here on my phone. And that's whether I'm at home or on the go. Their app makes it super simple. And because sometimes Raymond and I work on projects together, one of us can remotely upload files to the NAS and the other can then edit the footage or photos instantly. It's like magic for improving our workflow efficiency. And when I need to work with my images on my computer, as long as I can find an internet connection wherever I am, I'm accessing my home storage on the UGREEN NAS, copying files, editing, and doing everything else that I need. The bottom line is that if you're like me, whether you are on vacation, working, or just on a walk in the park, you're gathering content. It may just be for yourself or something to share. And with camera companies innovating with larger image resolutions and now raw video right from your camera or even your phone, storage is more important than ever, both from the perspective of size, but also redundancy and accessibility. The DXP 4800 Plus is checking all the boxes there. And speaking of video and image file types, the photo album supports various raw file formats. So whether you're using Nikon's NEF files or Leica's DNG files or a combination because you can't decide on one camera brand, like me, you will be able to see the images in the albums. The things I thought about while setting this up and using it were, how easy is it to set up and how long does it take? They promised beginner friendly, so I wanted to see beginner friendly. And how easy is it to access my files? Is it quick to do or is it a painful process every time? Because storage is great, but if it's difficult to access, that storage isn't really of much use to me. I was impressed on all levels. The hardware was easy and intuitive to set up. The UGREEN software took me step by step through the setup process, explaining each decision I needed to make. As expected, formatting the drives took a little while, but the software told me what to expect there. And then I had no issues accessing the storage. It does what it says it does in a beginner-friendly way. So if you've been thinking that you need to expand and elevate your storage for photos or for anything else, personal documents maybe, give this UGREEN unit a look. I have a link in the description for you to learn all the details and how to get your own at 15% off. Thank you to UGREEN for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching.